Hello there, I'm Richie and you're watching IG Critic. In 2008, a red and white coloured free-running game was released featuring an edgy girl with a couple of incredible cosplayable tattoos. Now, we have the prequel, delving into the past of one of the most iconic, recognisable characters of the modern generation. The first game had a few hang-ups, but it was undeniably fun. Jumping 30 foot off of one building and onto the next is something I can honestly say I will only ever attempt in a video game, and that initial appeal had many gamers hooked. The potential was always there for a unique and standout free running game, yet instead of putting all of its focus solely into wall running and stunts, DICE chose to develop the story and characters to flesh out the mechanics that set this title apart. Intriguing or boring? Parker or Pants, is Mirror's Edge Catalyst worth buying? Instead of simple combat, it can be quite a messy affair. It ranges from an easy jump off of a building feet first into someone's face, to an almost horde-sized ring of enemies coming at you from all directions. Pushing a guy out of the way in a corridor, it's easy, but repetitive. Button mashing is essential at times to get away from the repetitive terror that is KSEC. Mostly you can simply glide past or even over enemies, but for the most part, battle just feels unnecessarily difficult and even awkward to avoid. The first Mirror's Edge game had very basic objectives, and Catalyst seems to be making up for this by offering an in-depth plot and backstory. However, the main plot itself isn't very compelling or gripping, and you may find yourself losing track of your objectives. Getting to know more about the protagonist is interesting, but in a game with a high expectation for quick rushes of adrenaline, each cutscene sadly slows the pace. The characters are forgettable and generic, and there are far too many of them, and they didn't make enough of an impact. It's also worth noting that the core story is fairly short and can be finished in a matter of hours. That being said, Catalyst has a lot more to offer than plot alone. The City of Glass is full of side quests, deliveries, time trials and races, so it's very easy to pick up and play and allows the player freedom to choose what to do, as opposed to the linear feel from the first game. The biggest change Mirror's Edge Catalyst displays is that it's totally open world. If you're looking for a fast-paced parkour game that allows you to do your own thing, this is it. Players can choose what they want to do, and the bold contrasting colours bring a vibrancy to the City of Glass. The amount there is to do around the cityscape is pretty impressive, and the way Faith's movement flows makes it feel seamless. User-created content gives an endless supply of activities, as you can be roaming around and stumble upon a race created by fellow runners. The gameplay flows in a very recognisable and simple format, and the actual free running works better than expected. The robotic and awkward feeling the previous title had has been replaced with a solid, dynamic and functional bit of parkour. As you complete quests and optional missions, you gain XP. With this, you can level up and put points into your movement, combat and gear. Leveling yourself up is fairly relaxed, and you don't have to put too much effort into quests in order to get the most out of them. Following suit from the first Mirror's Edge, you still have your trusty runner's vision to guide you from place to place. Except this time, it's not as direct and can change routes. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes a hindrance. The musical score is also pretty generic, in a funky kind of way. Regardless of these few flaws, Mirror's Edge Catalyst did not need a day one update, which nowadays is impressive in itself. Catalyst can be a thrilling and chilled game to pick up and play. The time trials, dashes and deliveries are addictive, and you'll likely find yourself losing hours attempting to beat your friends' times on the leaderboards. If you're a trophy hunter, there are a few hundred collectibles to search for. The game runs smoothly for the most part, and the parkour genuinely feels exciting and exhilarating. With all of its replay potential, it is a good game, but in our opinion, not worth the AAA price tag. It can be an enjoyable experience, but considering it hasn't moved on too far from the first Mirror's Edge game, it's a bit disheartening. It's not necessarily better than the first game, just a lot bigger. It has its strengths, which makes the game a fun experience, if you're a throwing myself from high altitudes kind of maniac. If you've always wanted to get into a bit of parkour but you're not that athletically inclined, why not give Mirror's Edge Catalyst a go for yourself? So, how do you rate this game? Did you find it fast-paced or fickle? Is it a running wonder or as sad as a slug in a salt shaker? Let us know what you think about Mirror's Edge Catalyst in the comments below, and please be sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, then you can visit igcritic.com for more on games worth buying. Thanks for watching.